In this video, we'll learn to add and subtract fractions. But before we start, do you know what a fraction is? A fraction tells us how many parts a whole is divided into in a common fraction like this. There are two parts, the top part, called the numerator, and the bottom part, called the denominator. Now that we have that out of the way, there is one important rule to remember when adding and subtracting fractions. To add or subtract, the denominator must be the same. For example, if we have the fractions 7/15 plus 4/15, we can add the numerators because the denominators are the same, and the answer will be 12/15. However, if we take the fraction 6/8 minus 4/7, we cannot subtract the fractions because of the unlike denominators. The trick is to start at the bottom. Step 1. Find a common denominator. Identify the lowest common multiple of both denominators. Find the smallest number that both 8 and 7 can divide into evenly. List the multiples of 8 and 7. The smallest number that appears in both lists is 56. So, 56 is our new common denominator. This will be our new denominator for both fractions. Step 2. Convert fractions. What you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. If you multiply the denominator by 7, your numerator will be multiplied by 7 as well. The same for the denominator and numerator multiplied by 8. In this case, 6/8 convert to 42/56 and 4/7 convert to 32/56. Step 3. Add or subtract numerators. Now that we converted the fractions, we can add or subtract the numerators because the denominators match. 42/56 minus 32/56. Your answer will be 10/56. Step 4. Simplify the fraction. Always check if your final answer is in the simplest form. We can see that 10/56 can be divided by 2 again, which will give you 5/28. Great job, you have just successfully subtracted a tricky fraction. Another way to add or subtract fractions is to use the butterfly method. In a nutshell, it is exactly the same 4 steps, but just represented like this. Write the fractions side by side like this. Let's use the example 5/10 plus 2/5. Step 1. Multiply diagonally. Diagonally circle and multiply the numerator of fraction 1 and the denominator of fraction 2. 5 times 5 equals 25. Repeat this on the other side. 2 times 10 equals 20. Step 2. New numerator. Adding the results of your products. Your new numerator will be 20 plus 25, which equals 45. Step 3. Multiply the denominators. Multiply the bottoms together. 10 times 5, which is 50. Step 4. Simplify. The new fraction is 45/50. Can it simplify? Absolutely. Divide the numerator and denominator with 5, so the final fraction is 9/10. Well done if you kept up with this method. Let's sum it all up by recapping the steps. Step 1. Find a common denominator. Step 2. Convert fractions. Step 3. Add or subtract numerators. Step 4. Simplify the fraction. And that's how you do it. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to help us reach 1 million subscribers.